Hello, ThreadTalk family. I'm your host, Teresa.
And I'm Denver.
And today, we're talking about awkward stories. That was awkward silence.
You're
right there.
awkward. Oh my gosh.
I was trying to say this is awkward, but I forgot that this title was awkward because our last episode was this was cringe, so we didn't want to make it.
I let Teresa
similar.
do the intro and disaster happens. Welcome everybody to episode 23 titled That Was Awkward.
23?
I tried to do the intro and that's what happens. Welcome to episode 31.
We are not professionals.
How that happened. Oh my gosh. This has been very awkward.
Yes, exactly. Great way to start this episode.
Do you know what's also awkward?
What?
When you're out in public.
Oh, please.
And you see somebody who's wearing a cute shirt that you like and you're walking the opposite direction, so you only have a split second, and right when they get to you, you blurt out, you're like, oh, I love your shirt. And then they have headphones on. They don't even know you're talking to them, staring right ahead, don't recognize you at all. But the people behind them start laughing at you because they saw what just happened to you. Isn't that embarrassing when that happens to you, Teresa? Don't you just feel embarrassed and awkward when that happens?
No, I wouldn't know.
You wouldn't know?
That's never happened to me ever.
Never.
That didn't happen to me a couple days ago.
I could have swore we went for a walk the other day. I'm just like, thinking, and all here. So I love your shirt. And then I look to the left and this girl's wearing a Taylor Swift shirt with headphones locked in, doesn't notice anything. Teresa's like, I'm going to pass away.
I literally wanted to pass away and jump in the ocean. The ocean. Oh my God.
I would like to say that we live on a lake, babe. We live on a lake. We're not on a coast. We're from Toronto. There's a lake.
The lake. I wanted to jump in the lake.
Into lake?
In the lake. Oh my God.
Lake.
Okay.
Oh man.
We're already starting off amazing here.
This has been a disaster of a start, but it's on theme because it's very awkward.
Exactly.
Just like you were awkward when you told that girl she had a great Taylor Swift shirt
Stop.
and she didn't hear
Move on.
you.
Moving on. Let's go.
Okay.
Okay, who wants to go first?
Well, I would just like to lay out for anybody who's new, doesn't know what's about to happen. We're about to go through 10 to 14 stories for you guys, all under the theme of awkwardness, and we're excited. I got some really good ones I'm excited to go through.
All right. Do you want to go first then?
No.
Okay, I'll go first. All right. This one comes from Am I the Asshole? Am I the asshole for having a bigger reaction to a stranger's gift over my husband's? For context, I, 30 female, just had a birthday. My husband got me 30 gifts to mark the event. Nothing big, just different little items. None of the items were anything I'd buy myself in particular. My husband has the habit of buying things he likes or finds cool, but not really thinking of the other person. For example, one of the items was a nice set of colored pencils. I have a specific art style and only draw with black pens. Or a nice vase that is very specifically his style. However, I was still extremely grateful and made sure he knew this. My sisters own a bar, so I go there and am around quite often. They have a regular who comes to the bar maybe 2 times a week for the last 2 years, so I see him pretty frequently. I'd never seen him outside of the bar. We have a joke about how aliens are probably watching all of us and every once in a while throw crazy things at us just to see how it plays out. Anyways, the other day we went in to have drinks for my birthday. The regular came and told me happy birthday and handed me a small pouch. In the pouch was $100 and a small silver alien holding a diamond. Also a note that said, quote, I'm hoping the aliens give you everything you deserve. I started crying. It was just so thoughtful, especially since I wasn't expecting anything. I thanked him and gave him a hug. He went about his way. My husband was acting strangely the rest of the night. When he got home, I asked what was wrong, and he told me that he was upset about the way I reacted to the gift. He said I didn't act that way about his gift, that he worked really hard on. He said that it was inappropriate for the regular to give me a gift. He said I was an asshole for reacting that way, especially in front of him. But it was just a natural reaction. He doesn't want me to keep the gift. I feel really bad, but I want to keep the gift. So, am I the asshole?
No. OP's husband is a little jealous there. Listen, buddy, just because you're fucking thoughtless and all of your gifts revolve around you doesn't make her the asshole because she actually genuinely appreciated someone's insight. I love little gifts like that like they're not huge and meaningful, but that person like took the time and was like saw it and was like, oh, the aliens, like a little inside joke. We always play that joke, like it'll suit that person. I know their birthday's coming up, even though like they're a little outside of the family, but like whatever. It's a genuine gift that he like saw that connected well, and the husband didn't find anything like that. Just because you're a shit gift giver doesn't make it your wife's fault. I'm a big believer on like I on good gifts. Like I hate gift cards. I don't like getting gift cards. I absolutely hate giving gift cards. Like it's like if I end up giving somebody a gift card, I feel bad because I couldn't come up with anything that's like suits them. I always like to get somebody something that they would use, enjoy, but maybe wouldn't buy for themselves. Like, I don't know. Like, I've always been good like that. I always get you good stuff.
Yeah.
Got your mom good stuff. I always, like, try to, like, get genuine gifts.
You do. You're really good at gift giving.
Yeah.
Yeah. But isn't this awkward? Like, you're more happy about a stranger's gift than your own husband?
No.
You don't think?
No. I'm on OP's side.
Yeah.
Because it just genuinely connected with her. And that's not her. She shouldn't have to feel shame because someone got a gift that genuinely connected and was so and recognized as heartfelt. I don't think she should feel shame because her husband is shit at giving gifts. I don't see that. I don't think so.
Yeah.
Like, no, that's kind of bullshit.
I do agree with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I got your mom a really good gift for Christmas, and like maybe she reacted better than other gifts. Like, should like. How is that like? Is that my fault? Like, or her fault? No, it just is what it is. I don't know. The only thing I'm thinking here is I just had a 30th birthday, and I didn't get 30 gifts.
I took you to Vegas,
but I didn't get 30 different gifts.
Am I gonna get 30 gifts for my 30th birthday?
Might now.
Yeah, right. Not a chance.
I guess so. I guess that's I'll take Vegas over anything else. I mean, the flight was a gift, the hotel was a gift, the dinner was a gift.
Everything.
All the excursions were a gift. I'm sure it racked up to 30.
30K?
No, 30 gifts. 30 different gifts.
Oh, okay.
I'm sure if you're a few short, made them up with a couple kisses.
Yes. So there is an edit. Not a real diamond, and he gives $100 to all staff on their birthday. I just want to thank everyone for the responses. It gave me a lot to think on. I will say this is a man twice my age. I'm 99% sure he likes men, and in no way is remotely flirtatious in my opinion. And this was not a ring or piece of jewelry. It's just something you put on a desk.
Yeah, it's just a genuine gift from a guy who just goes somewhere often. That's where he likes. She says he gives $100 to every staff member because that's his favorite place to go. So there's nothing wrong or inappropriate with it. He just saw a little knickknack, like walking down Venice Beach or somewhere in like a little tourist section, saw a little thing that was like kind of like part of their inside joke. It's funny. It's perfect. I would be something where like, he probably didn't even just like get it for her birthday or something like that. Like he probably like saw it
in
a while
store.
ago and was like, "Oh, I'll hold on to this for their birthday."
Yeah.
Wasn't like, "Oh, it's their birthday. I need to go find them something special." No, he probably just saw it in a store and was like, "That would make a great gift."
Yeah.
That's what I like to do.
That's
like,
what literally we did today.
Kind of. Until I realized it wasn't the best. But like sometimes I see someone gift or something like that and I'm like, I'm just going to buy it early. I'm going to get it early for someone and I'll hold on to it for 6 months. If I know it's like a timeless gift, I'll just get it and hold on to it.
Yeah. Yeah, and that probably is what happened here. And it also clarifies things when she said he gives $100 to all the staff on their birthday.
Yeah, she thinks he's gay and he's old. So it's not like trying to get down her pants or anything.
Nothing flirtatious, yeah. But okay, in the husband's defense, though, like, wouldn't you be a little bit concerned? Like, just a little bit, like, what? Why is this guy giving my wife? Is it wife? Yeah, my wife, $100 and a little joke, like a little knickknack, like, you know what I mean? I think I would be like, if that happened to you, I'd be like, who was that? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess. I could see that. But then you explain it. And you're like, he's a regular.
Once it's explained,
he does that for everyone. Cool. But like, husband, OP is fucking butthurt because he bought her colored pencils when he knows that she only draws in black and white. And I'm not even saying this like, maybe she wants to draw in some colors. Maybe she wants to do some dark colors on it. So like, that's not some terrible gift. It's actually not that bad. Mm-hmm. But like,
he's had a pattern.
She she feels that he has a pattern of getting gifts for
Yeah.
himself, not for her. So when somebody gets her a gift for her that hits with her, part of her reaction is because of she wasn't that whelmed with her husband's gift. She wasn't that
Whelmed?
appreciated. Yeah, because you know how people say underwhelmed
Overwhelmed, you mean?
and underwhelmed.
Whelmed isn't a word.
Yeah, you're like right in the middle.
Okay, we can make it a word, sure.
Well, I'm just saying, like, she wasn't that happy with
Yes.
those gifts, and then someone gave her a gift that she was really happy about.
Okay.
Sorry, dude. You're a shit gift giver. Suck it up. Get better. Do
Do
better.
better.
Do better. Book a trip to Vegas.
Exactly. Okay, top comment. Info. Was this an alien holding a real diamond, or the diamond was just part of the figure? Real diamonds are not a just friends gift, in my honest opinion. Also, did any of the 30 gifts from your husband actually count as a decent or thoughtful gift? Or was it 30 pieces of meh? OP replies, just part of the figure, not real under $10, I'd say. So she didn't answer the other question.
No.
But then there's an update to that top comment. They say, the regular's gift seems a little bit flirty, but it's hard to say for sure. So I won't assume it is anything more than it physically is. If your husband just got you a bunch of random things, then I'm sure it took him time and effort, but it sounds more like he was focused on the number and not you. Faking reactions in one way or another is just another form of dishonesty, so it sounds like you were just being honest. If honesty hurts, then there's usually a good reason for that, and your husband is letting his jealousy override an opportunity to learn, not the asshole.
Bam! Enough said.
Yeah.
Let's go. I'm on board with that.
Yeah. That's pretty accurate. He's feeling threatened because I think he does feel a little bit guilty
Yeah.
that
Maybe not even guilty. He's just like, I went through all of this effort and you reacted to that stranger's gift better than mine. But maybe you should think and recognize and being like, well, if I went and did this and she reacted like that, and now this person did this and she reacted like that, maybe I missed something. Mm-hmm. Maybe I didn't do a good enough job.
Yeah.
Maybe I need to improve for the future.
Exactly.
Yeah. But
yeah.
some people can't take criticism.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
He's butthurt.
Yeah. All right.
Moving on. Let's go. All right. My story is coming from True Off My Chest. It was posted 2 months ago. The user's name is Strawberry Oblivion. Okay. Title: I feel guilty for serving massive portions to an obese child customer. I work in a supermarket deli, and every morning this drastically overweight child, maybe like 10 years old or so, orders a wrap or baguette absolutely heaped with everything bad for you. Ham, bacon, fried chicken, sausage, huge extra helpings of coleslaw, tuna salad, all crammed into it together. And I'm not exaggerating. His mother or father are usually with him, but in other areas of the shop and not standing with him while he orders. Yesterday morning, he was accompanied by his father at the deli counter. While this kid was asking for more and more stuff, his father was arguing with him in his native language, which I couldn't understand, but I picked up that the father was trying to limit the amount of food that he was trying to order. The kid was visibly frustrated, but he ended up with a normal-sized portion by the time I was ringing it up. I handed off the wrap, and his father had walked away from the deli, and then the kid asked me for 3 full-size jambons. Brackets, these are ham and cheese puff pastries. On top of what he had just ordered when his dad wasn't looking. I was too stunned in the moment and just handed it off, and now I feel extremely guilty about what I've been doing. I can't say no to a customer order, but I feel like in the moment with the jambons, I don't know if I'm saying this right, I should have said, you have to ask your dad or something. The kid has doubled in size already since I started working here. I almost want to hide every time I see him because I feel partly responsible for what is happening to his health.
Oh my God, that's
It's a little awkward.
that is. I mean, it's not your fault.
Yeah, no.
He's ordering the food. You can't, like, yeah, he's the customer. You're the employee. You have to.
You just give them what they ask for.
Exactly.
You're not there to judge their weight or anything. You're there
not
to sell product.
responsible. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know. It's like going to a casino and being like a casino, like
A dealer, when you see
dealer
somebody who's like, this is my
losing
mortgage
their
payment.
money.
Yeah.
Like, it's not your fault. Like,
No, exactly.
doing it to themselves. I mean, he is 10 years old,
Yeah.
but
This reminds me of like the cartoons, like Ralph or something
Ralph.
from The Simpsons.
Oh, I don't.
The cop's son. He's really roly-poly-oly.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's sad and awkward.
Top comment. I work in fast food and get what you're saying, but also it's not your fault.
Yeah.
His parents buy them this. It's their decision, just like it's generally people's decision how much and what they eat. I'm not skinny either. I get it really from both sides. You're just a worker. You're not to blame for this.
Exactly.
Yep.
Yeah. But I would feel a little bit guilty too, I think.
Feel a little awkward, like
Just because I don't know, he's a 10-year-old.
right?
Like, he doesn't know any better.
Yeah. But it's not your place to say.
Obviously, yeah.
You just awkwardly keep giving him the sandwich every day.
No, yeah, you can't be like, oh, okay, buddy, I think that's too much. Like, you absolutely cannot say that.
Yeah, you can't. You can't do that.
Yeah.
Nope. All right, so I'm gonna double down with another one.
Okay.
This one is a little bit different than we would normally do. This one's coming from AskReddit, and it's a thread that asks the questions and lots of people answer.
Okay.
I want to know if you know about some of these or what your opinion is on some of these. All right.
Okay.
What is a life hack that is so simple and effective you're shocked more people don't know about it?
Are you asking me?
Yeah, give me a life hack.
Oh, putting me on the spot.
All right, think about it while I give you these. Okay.
I'll try.
Top comment. Courtesy. It's amazing how simple interaction can change with please and thank you if properly applied. They are also totally free. How do you feel about that?
I don't think that's a life hack. I feel like we just do that.
It's a huge life
naturally.
hack. Yeah, but some people are ignorant and rude nowadays. They forget that you should say please and thank you. I
Yeah.
always say please and thank
Me
you.
too.
It works
It's just
wonders.
second nature now.
Yeah.
Like,
I feel like it works so well. We're just used to it working, and we don't know what it's like when you're rude as shit and you don't
that's
say
true.
that stuff.
That's true. Yeah.
Ever wonder why anybody's being rude as shit to you back? Maybe check yourself. Did you say
Yeah.
please and thank you all the time?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that's why you're having a hard time with people.
Maybe.
Next one.
Okay.
Leave the cat carrier out and open all the time. Then they don't panic when you get it out to go to the vet.
I mean, we do that.
It's kind of true.
No, but we do that, and they're still terrified.
No, they're not terrified. They're not panicking. Like some cats would be like, they see the cat carrier, they bolt and
That's
like they.
Luna.
No, she doesn't bolt.
She does.
No, she doesn't bolt. No, she doesn't. I can still go
She
get her.
does.
Like some cats, they would bolt and they would go like hide in a deep dark place so you can't find them. Like they know, but we leave ours out and the door open all the time. And sometimes we come home and Jack's just like chilling in it.
Yeah, because he likes it as like a place to sleep.
Yeah, we put a blanket in it. It's like
But
a little dark place.
he still fights us when we put him in there
Yeah.
forcefully.
If we do try to put him in there, he's like,
Against
no,
his
I don't
will."
want to go. But I will say that they're not like freaking out because
I
I've seen
guess.
some videos where the cats see him, they run.
I guess.
They're like, nope, I'm out. I'm out of here. I'm out of here. Boom. All right, next one. Every now and then, maybe once a week, fill up your kitchen sinks completely full of water. Then pull the plug and let the water go down the drain in a big rush. The force of the water pushes out a lot of the slimy crud that is gathered in the pipe. No more clogged sinks.
Interesting.
Never thought of that one.
Yeah. Learning.
Yeah, and that other one connected to that. Don't ever put grease down your pipes.
Yeah, that's, I mean, common knowledge.
Yeah, don't do that. I mean, I do that a little bit once in a while. If it's a little bit, I like, okay, let's just throw it
I
down
hope
there.
our landlord is not listening.
But sometimes, most times no. Most time, yeah, life hack for that. If you do have the grease, put the tin foil in the
That
sink.
was going to be my life hack.
Ah, okay, you say
Just
it.
kidding.
You say it.
It wasn't.
Oh, okay. Well, you put the tin foil in the bottom of the sink, and then you pour it into the tin foil.
Yes.
Or like put the tin foil in like a cup or something, and then you
And then
pour it
let
in.
it dry.
Let it dry, and then you just crumple it up and put it in your trash can
Yes.
because it turns into like a solid.
Yes.
Always write down momentarily good ideas. Don't lean on your memory.
Yeah, I feel like I do that.
I'm a huge
You do
believer
that.
in this. Yeah, I get a
Yeah.
lot of thoughts when I'm high,
Yes.
and I get like really good like creative thoughts. I have a little booklet with like micro ideas and big ideas. The other idea that I had the other day, do you remember what it was when I told you?
No. You have so many.
it's like a barber studio.
Oh,
But
yes.
it's like
Oh
you
my
sit
God.
down, there's like 360 cameras, and like every customer gets like their own video made after them, like transformation video. And like that's the niche of the 360 cuts.
You look like an
I don't know what I was doing,
Italian.
but like that's the niche. I don't know what I meant, but yeah.
My mom's gonna be so proud when she sees you do this.
Yeah, I write down like everything. Like I have a huge list of like places that I want to travel, like the bucket list travel. Like I have a notes in my iPhone. And every time I see a TikTok or anything that's a great travel location, I add it to that list. And now, because we're planning RV life over the in next couple months, next couple years, whenever we do it, I'm starting to organize them from like states and provinces and countries of like activities. So like if we go to that area, those are things that we can do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. Any other good ones on here? There was one. Oh, look at this one. It's perfect. Oh, it disappeared. Here's another one. To increase your peace of mind, don't waste your time arguing with random strangers on the internet.
Is that for me?
Yeah. She argues with anybody who throws down a hate comment.
No, I used to.
Used to.
And then we would get bad reviews after I did that. So I stopped because for me, I'm just defending myself. People, I'm not even going to get into it.
Let's just move on.
Yeah.
All right. This one's going to be funny. Just because of what happened to us. Before cleaning the inside of our microwave, use it to heat a cup of water for several minutes. The steam/condensation generated makes it super easy to clean.
For context, I literally 30 minutes right before this episode, I found a cup of water in the microwave, and I was like, "Babe, you left your coffee in the microwave. I thought it was coffee." He's like, "No, it's water. It's a life hack." This is where it's coming from.
Yeah.
I'm like, "Oh, okay."
So yesterday, when you were getting your hair done, Teresa looks fabulous, by the way, if you're looking at it on YouTube. But you were getting your hair done. I was making my salad and stuff, and then I had to microwave the chicken. And then I saw that our microwave is a disaster. And I just cleaned it like a week ago.
It's because that pasta exploded.
Yeah, we cooked red pasta and it popped and exploded, just destroyed it again. And I'm like, I just cleaned this. And then I remembered reading this. So I put water in there for like 2 or 3 minutes. And then I went and ate my salad and I did everything else the rest of the night. I completely forgot about it and didn't clean it. And then Teresa like found it in there this morning when she went to microwave something. But that's why. Because
That's funny.
I wanted to clean it again. Because I remember the first time I cleaned it, it was really hard. I was scrubbing. I was like, man, if that was warm, it probably would have came off so easy. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm trying to think of a life hack.
I've got a good new life hack that I do.
Okay.
If you can't find the answer by Googling it, add the word Reddit at the end.
Oh, I do that a lot.
I do that all the time now.
Yeah, I used to do it even before I like went on Reddit for entertainment. I went on Reddit for learning.
Yeah. So now, anytime I can't find the answer for it, I usually find a thread and somebody's talking about it, and then I find the answer that way. I've got a life hack for you.
Okay.
All right. Say you're in road raging incident. Somebody's being rude on the road, and you know you want to honk at them. You want to flip the finger because they're being bad drivers. Don't do that. Just call 911 and report a drunk driver.
I don't know about that.
A little bad.
That's a little petty revenge.
Yeah.
Sounds like.
Yeah, a little pro revenge, maybe. You don't know how it's going to end, though, but...
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, who knows? Maybe they are drunk.
Yeah.
I'll try to think of some life hacks, but I don't have anything right now. I'm sorry.
You got nothing else?
I have... You're putting me on the spot.
I've
I'm
given
not
you like
good
5
under
minutes.
pressure. Yeah, but not really 5 minutes to just think. I've been listening.
Oh.
I guess you can, your toothpaste when it's running out, you can, like,
Yeah, what do you do?
you can, like, I don't do the thing on the counter to make it come out.
That's a life hack? I guess so. Use the counter edge to squeeze
Life
it forward?
hack.
Yeah.
Life hack. For your significant other, you should make them a yearly calendar.
Yeah, get a calendar. Teresa always buys me this calendar. She puts it together, custom made. She records the dates of all the activities for the year and pictures, and she puts them together, and it makes me so happy. So that's a good relationship life hack.
I guess. That's the most I can come up with right now.
I love it. All right. Well, that made me happy to talk about those things, so we can
I'm
get back to
glad.
the regular scheduled awkward stories.
All right.
Back to you.
Okay. This one comes from Am I the Asshole? Am I the asshole for telling my coworkers I'd abandon a baby? Alright, I know. Slightly clickbaity title. I, 26 female, was having a conversation with some of my coworkers when the subject of Mother's Day came up. I get asked, "When are you having kids?" I smile politely and reply, "Never. I don't want kids." This is where things start to escalate. I work with all women and they all seemed shocked, even horrified by my statement. The fact is, I don't want to have children. Ever. Period. End of it. The conversation flows as follows, as close of word for word as I can remember, from various women, about 5 individuals older than I am, around 40. "But what if your husband wants kids?" "Then I'd get a new husband." "You're almost 30. You should think about these things." "But I never want children, even at 30. "What if you get pregnant accidentally?" "Well, then I'd get an abortion." "Well, a lot of the states aren't allowing that anymore. What will you do then?" "I guess give it to someone who wants it." "You change your mind once you held it." "No, I would not want to hold it. I would ask them to take it into an adoption center." "I don't think they'd let you give it away for adoption. You're a fit mother. You wouldn't just abandon your baby." "Yes, I would. If I had no choice, I'd dump it on a church steps if I had to." The rest of the day, which thankfully was only a few hours, was so awkward, with them muttering and talking about how they couldn't understand how someone like me, I don't know what they meant by that, maybe because I'm white, working class, healthy woman, couldn't possibly want to have children. When talking with my mom later, she said I should have just tried to change the subject and was the asshole for taking it that far, but I was just being honest about what I do. I do not want children. Even if that means having to go through a trauma of pregnancy, I'd still give it away at any cost. I would like to clarify, I do not hate kids, nor do I want to harm them. I just do not want to have one of my own. And instead of accepting that, they kept trying to create scenarios to make me admit I'd keep it. So, am I the asshole?
No, the coworkers are the asshole. This is workplace, dude. Leave me alone. I'm not discussing my life beliefs with you.
Yes, exactly.
You don't want to have a kid? You don't want to have a kid. How about I shame you for wanting to have 4 kids, 8 kids? What? A kid? Like, it's just rude because you are in the majority of the people who have kids. You think you're in the right. Join a conversation with 6 kids against 1 of all the people who are not having kids, or 6 people against 1 with people who are not having kids. It's rude, especially in the workplace.
Yeah, and I don't think she should be lying to them or anything. If they keep probing her about it, like, obviously she's gonna tell the truth. Like, why should she lie?
Yeah, she doesn't have to.
Yeah, like, she literally owes them nothing. So yeah, say whatever they want. If they get aggravated or they're upset by it, like, that's on them.
Sounds like your own problem.
Sounds like it's a you problem. Like,
Yeah.
that, just because, like, I'm triggering you, like, that's not on me. Like,
That's a you problem.
yeah, you have your, I don't know what it is, but, like, I don't know if it's insecurity about having kids, but, like, I just feel like parents always want other people to have kids too.
It's the drowning man brings others with him or something. Like, it's people.
Yeah.
People want humans' toxic trait is that they want everybody to have the same thing as them. And you have to be a very big person to recognize that not everybody wants the same thing and to allow people to have different beliefs. Like, a lot of people, no matter what religion it is, they want other people to also believe in that religion. They want to be on the same page as everybody. They think everybody should believe in the same thing as them because everybody thinks that they're the center of the world. Everybody thinks that they are right. And it's hard to understand that there's different perspectives in life.
Exactly.
And you have to be a big person to understand that. And unfortunately, the majority of people don't. The majority of people only think about themselves and they think every decision that they make is right. Do I think that motocross racing is the best sport on this planet, that everybody else should watch it and ride dirt bikes? Hells yeah, I do. Am I shouting that at the top of my lungs to every single person I meet? No, because obviously not everybody likes that. So yeah, not everybody loves Taylor Swift, but Taylor Swift's fucking great.
That's right, she is.
Damn straight.
Yeah, exactly. And the top comment says it pretty well here.
You have a side note, if anybody is a motocross fan, just please let me know in the comments. Like, we can be friends.
Top comment, not the asshole at all. You were talking with a bunch of women who simply can't fathom that someone else wouldn't want kids, and they thought they knew better than you. They were also the ones who didn't drop the subject after your first response. All of your other responses to their questions were perfectly put, and whomever said you couldn't put a baby up for adoption if you're fit to be a mother was talking out of their ass. You did nothing wrong.
Yeah, and like, no matter what you do in life, you will always come across people like this in different situations. It doesn't matter what it is. What if she only wanted one kid and the rest of them all believe that, no, you should have at least two because you should never have a single kid. Like, you can't have a single child. You should have at least two. So you're getting shamed because you only have one kid. Or what if you have 6 kids? Oh, 6 is way too many to handle. How do you handle all of those? You can't have that many kids. It doesn't matter what you do. Somebody will always say the negative thing. That's when you need to recognize that you need to cut the negative people out of your life.
Yep.
Only positivity. Up and beyond.
And if you don't like what you're hearing, like, don't keep probing. Don't keep asking questions that you don't want the answers to. Like, if it's going to trigger you that badly, like, drop the conversation. Like,
it's their fault.
Stop asking questions.
Exactly.
Like, that easy.
It is their fault, but sometimes you, as a person, have to recognize when it's worth the battle and not worth the battle. Like, yeah.
Well, she wasn't getting upset by it.
No. If you're not upset by it, that's cool. But if this is something that upset you, then you need to recognize that sometimes for your own sanity, not that you have to, it's just more peaceful to keep your tongue or keep your thoughts to yourself. I'm not saying you have to.
Yeah.
I'm only saying that for your own sanity, because you can never win against the crazies. You will never convince those women that they shouldn't have kids. They will never come to your side and understand why you don't want to have kids. You're fighting a losing battle, and I'm not saying that you should change your beliefs or anything, but sometimes it's worth it to keep your peace, keep your thoughts in your own head so you don't have to deal with their bullshit.
Yeah, like for me, if I had this conversation with someone, I think I would be super triggered and I would be so annoyed.
Yeah, I've just learned to keep my mouth shut with most things now.
Yeah. But yeah, it doesn't seem like she was triggered or anything. She was just answering their questions in a calm manner. So I respect it.
Yeah, I would have went even farther and just be like, I just think kids are dumb. No kids can be smart. But my kid, Jimmy, he's so smart. He getting straight A's. No, he's dumb. But his teacher loves him. No, she's lying. But he gets such good grades. He's such good job in sports. No, you're wrong. I don't know.
All right.
Moving on?
Yep.
All right. Back to me. This one is coming from Am I the Asshole? Am I the asshole for telling my husband's cousin she shouldn't have thrown a gender reveal party? Both me, 29 female, and my husband's cousin, Lena, fake name, 27 female, are pregnant. I am due in late May, while she's due in August. My baby will be my second child, because I also have a 3-year-old son. Hers will be her first. Lena and I aren't particularly close, and to be honest, I'm not even that fond of her. But since we're both pregnant, we've been talking more often than usual. It was during those conversations that she expressed wanting a baby girl. She specifically said she couldn't see herself raising a boy. Last month, Lena hosted a gender reveal party and found out she's having a son. She was visibly disappointed after finding out the sex of her baby. She threw on a fake smile during the actual reveal, but didn't keep it up for long. For the rest of the party, Lena remained frustrated and was cold and short with everyone who tried to congratulate her. I don't know if Lena told anyone else that she wanted a girl, but her disappointment had gotten pretty obvious. Since her party, she's been less excited about her pregnancy. We've been speaking less because she doesn't even want to talk about her baby anymore. Her sadness has earned her some sympathy and support from my in-laws. My baby shower will take place this weekend. I'm having a girl, but my husband and I have decided to wait until birth to reveal that. As such, none of my in-laws have been informed. A couple of days ago, Lena called to ask on my baby's gender. She said that if I'm expecting a girl, she won't come to the baby shower. When I asked why, she says she's still, quote, mourning her daughter and doesn't want to be reminded that she's not having a girl. She's also said that since she shared her reveal with the family, it is only fair that I tell her. I reminded her we weren't telling anyone until birth, but told her she was welcome to avoid the shower if she wasn't feeling comfortable to attend. Leanna continued to pressure me to tell her, but I stood my ground. After some back and forth, she told me I was being inconsiderate, as I knew how devastated she's been. She said she deserved to know if I was about to, quote, rub my happiness in her face. That's when I ran out of patience. I told Lena that if having a boy was so awful to her, she shouldn't have thrown herself a gender reveal in the first place. I said that she could stop celebrating her pregnancy if she wanted to, but she can't dictate what I do about mine. Lena is now furious. She told my in-laws that I was kicking her out of my baby shower. I told everyone the truth, but many are still on her side. They're saying that it's rude of me to dismiss Lena's pain and that I should be more graceful towards her. My husband is completely on my side, as is my brother-in-law. As much as I don't think I was wrong to stand my ground, I do recognize that her feelings toward her baby are none of my business. I was both frustrated and exhausted at the time, and I know I would have reacted differently otherwise. So, am I the asshole?
No. And not only should she not have had a baby shower, she shouldn't have had a kid.
Literally.
If you were this upset over a 50% chance, I don't know the statistics obviously, but like, let's just say for simplicity, 50% chance of having a boy over a girl, like those are not great odds for you.
Yeah.
If you're going to be this disappointed and depressed,
yeah.
like that you can't attend someone else's gender reveal because they're having a girl.
Like, how can you mourn the loss because it
that
was
is the
a boy
stupidest thing.
or a girl? That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard of, when there's actual people who have actually had to mourn losses of unborn children.
So inconsiderate.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. Like, if the sex of your child is so important for you, go adopt.
Go adopt, or I don't know if you can do, like,
I don't know.
You know what I mean? Like testing.
Gene therapy,
Yeah, exactly.
Something.
I don't know if that's possible. I think it's really expensive if it is, but
yeah, I'm not completely sure, but like,
then don't have a kid.
Yeah, don't have a kid if you're gonna get so fucking butthurt and depressed over the fact of the gender reveal.
Wild.
Like, go have another one. Try for another one if that's an issue for you.
Honestly, no, don't, because what if it's a boy again?
Yeah, what if it's a boy again?
Like that
Pressed
kid
again.
But like also the kid, like think of the kid. She's probably going to be so resentful towards him.
Yeah, it's not fair to him.
Like, why would you want to bring that into this world when you're not even going to like love him? I don't know how you're going to react when he actually comes into the world, but like if you're this sad about it before, like I don't know, how are you going to act towards him?
Exactly.
You know, like
if I was that husband, I would be on alert.
Yeah. No, this is crazy. It's like those gender reveals on TikTok where like they're visibly upset. I literally just watched one before filming this, and it's so like insane to me that you would like host these parties knowing that you have a chance, like a literal 50% chance of having another gender.
Yeah, how do people put so much riding on it being a girl or a boy when there's literally half the chance that it's the opposite of that?
And I completely get like being disappointed.
I can understand that. Like, if we were having a kid, I would be like on the side of hoping it's a boy.
Yeah.
At least for the first one. But if it was a girl, I wouldn't be upset. I would be okay. Like, I wanted a boy, but like, that's still amazing. We're having a girl. Like, I would then think of all the positive things about having a girl.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. That's crazy to me that people think this way, but
Psychopaths. Top comment, not the asshole. And Lena is really the asshole to her child. Yes. That poor boy being hated by his own mother because of his gender. Yes, Lena could have been disappointed at her reveal, but by now she should be over it. She sounds childish. I'm worried about the little boy. If he will ever feel love, or if he will always be the boy who ruined Lena's chance to have a firstborn daughter. Celebrate your baby shower the way you want and kick Lena out, as you don't need this kind of negativity around your celebration. Yeah.
Exactly. That's another thing too. Like, just kick her out. Like, don't even let her be there anymore. Like, this is enough. Even if you were having a boy, honestly, even if you were having a boy, she's still bringing negative energy towards you because she doesn't want you to have a girl so badly, even though it doesn't affect her at all.
Yeah. It'll break her heart if you have a girl and she doesn't. Like, fuck off.
So I would just, yeah, disinvite her. Don't have her anywhere near you, honestly. It's toxic.
Oh, I would cut her off. OP replies to that and says, I completely understand that gender disappointment is a thing, and she's allowed to feel that way. I don't even expect her to get over it, but she shouldn't have the right to dictate how I celebrate my daughter because of those feelings.
Yes. Exactly.
Freaking awkward.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Crazy.
No piatch.
Okay.
Okay. I would just like to put a small disclaimer inside this episode that everything that we say is our own opinions, and we will talk about anything we want, however we want, and you don't always have to agree with us. And sometimes we're sorry if we offend you, and sometimes we're not. Hope you enjoy the ride. Thank you. Okay, on with the show.
I like it.
All right.
All right. Am I the asshole for spending my son's university fund on a trip to Europe to drink beer like I always threatened, instead of giving it to his stepbrother after he passed away?
Well, what?
I know, it was a long one. Okay. My son was smart. Smarter than me. I almost requested a paternity test because he was so damn intelligent. That is a joke. My ex and I divorced when he was about 12. She remarried when he was 14. I did when he was 16. I had an RESP set up for him. That's an education fund in Canada. As long as he went to a post-secondary school, he could use the money for anything. I always told him that I was okay with him not going to university. That way, I could use the money I saved up for him to go to Belgium and buy some beer from monks that only allow you to buy one case. He knew I was joking, and he always played along. He wouldn't let me get his goat. I don't know what that means. When he got accepted into McGill, it was the proudest moment of my life. I took him out for a beer to celebrate his achievement and mourn the loss of my trip to Europe. My son was struck and killed by a drunk driver in March. I'm dealing with it. My ex is dealing with it. My wife has been nothing but my rock in this. She is holding me up. I was dealing with the funeral arrangements and everything when my ex came to talk to me about his money. She knew he had a scholarship and was just going to use the money for living expenses and an emergency fund. She asked me what I was going to do with it. I said I was going to do what I always said I would. I was going to Europe to drink beer. She asked if she could have it for her stepson. I thought about it and said no. Her husband is a decent enough person, but he made it clear that he wasn't responsible for any expenses for my son. Beyond food and shelter and stuff, obviously. Like I said, he is decent. I said I was not going to do that. I was going to drink beer in my son's honor. She says I'm wasting thousands of dollars. And I guess I am. I have to give back the government portion of the fund, but I don't care. My ex thinks I'm being stupid and irresponsible, wasting my son's money like this. I don't care. My son would laugh his ass off if he knew I actually did it. Am I the asshole?
I don't know how anyone can be an asshole in this situation. It's so tragic. Like, I can't even imagine. I am hurting right now. Wow.
Yeah.
No, you're not the asshole. And honestly, I think that's the only thing you can do with the money besides, like, donating it to stopping more drunk drivers in the future for his name or cause or something. Like,
No, I think this is a perfect way.
Yeah, I think it is a perfect way
to deal with it. And I like how he said, like, my son would be laughing if he knew, like, that I was doing this, because I think it's like their little inside joke.
Yeah, I think he should.
Yeah. He's keeping his spirit alive by doing this, I feel.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like, I don't know, not like hugely out of place by the ex-wife, but kind of is. I don't know.
I think it's okay to ask, maybe.
Yeah. But
maybe.
You need to understand the no.
The no is no. Like,
did he absolutely love his step-sibling? Like, do you think that's what are you asking because you think that's what he would want for his step-sibling? Like, oh, I know,
doesn't seem like that's
I know
the
step-siblings trying so hard to get into the school, but they don't have the scholarships, but they're not as smart, but they're working really hard, and, like, it would make them happy if they went to school in his place. Okay. But as a father, you would know from the kid's expressions of what he's said, And yeah, you think that that's the best way to do that. I think you need it for your mental health, man. Like,
Yeah, exactly. And I think OP, I don't know, he kept it light and positive, with some like funny remarks in his
it's pretty awkward
post.
even asking for money after a kid just died. Like,
Yeah.
why are you even asking me for money? Like,
exactly.
why are you even thinking about this right away?
Exactly.
Like, fuck off.
Like that was like her first thought, like, oh, what's he gonna do with the money now?
Yeah, that shouldn't even be like
Oh my God, like I couldn't
thought.
imagine ever bringing that up
No,
when your
I would
son
never
just
even
died.
ask. Couldn't even ask.
Like, no way.
Oh my God, I'm hurting.
Top comment, not the asshole. Sorry for your loss. I thought it was a clickbait title, but this is a sad fucking post. I hope you enjoy your trip and pour out some for your homie. It sounds like you guys had a good relationship.
Yeah, like when you first read that title, I thought it was gonna be like my son fucked around and decided not to go to school, and he's like he wants his money to party, and I'm gonna go use his money to drink beer. In the first half of the title, like, am I the asshole for using my son's college fund to go buy beer?
Yeah, but in the title it says after he passed away.
Yeah, then it said, yeah, I'm just saying for the first half of the title,
Okay.
I'm like, oh, this is where this is going. Like, son fucked around, now he's finding out. Am I the asshole? No, you're not the asshole.
Yeah.
And then the son died. I'm like, oh my God, my heart fucking hurts.
Yeah. Very sad, but I think OP did the right thing for sure.
Yeah, for sure, for sure, for sure.
Yeah.
All right, well, back to me.
Yep.
I have a more enlightening one, so we're going
Okay.
to bring that mood
Perfect.
right back up. All right. Am I the asshole for throwing away the lingerie that my friend's brother bought me?
My friend's brother. Okay.
I, 19 female, have been living with my best friend, 20 female, for the last 6 months. We've been friends since, well, forever. I know her older brother, 26 male, pretty well too, because I've seen him since I was younger at my friend's house, and he'd babysit us sometimes and drive us places. I've known him my whole life. It was my birthday a month ago, and he bought me lingerie, which I thought was like really weird, so I just put it in my drawer. I threw it away a few days ago because I'm never going to wear it. And like, it just makes me uncomfortable because he's the one who bought it for me. He was here earlier and me and my friend were talking to him. He asked me if I wore the lingerie yet. And before he could answer, my friend asked if the lingerie was the one that I threw in the trash. I was going to lie, but she had already told him the color it was. So he knew that that was the lingerie he bought me. He started yelling at me for throwing it away because it cost him a lot of money. I apologized, but said that it just made me feel really uncomfortable that he bought it for me. He told me that he was just being friendly and thought I'd appreciate the gift. He accused me of thinking he's some kind of pervert and kept yelling at me until I cried and went to my room. I just hated the way he looked at me when he gave me the lingerie. Like, it grossed me out so much, and I don't think he's a bad person or anything, but it just made me uncomfortable, and I didn't want to be reminded of the way he looked at me every time I saw the lingerie, and that's why I got rid of it. I didn't tell him all of this, though, because it would have really upset him. My friends said I kind of overreacted in throwing it away because he was only trying to be nice. I don't know. Am I the asshole?
No. Stop holding back to protect these gross men's feelings. You are allowed to feel uncomfortable because of that, and you should speak up because of that.
Yeah, lingerie is not a gift you just buy a random person.
That's not a friendly gift.
That's not a friend's gift.
No.
That's
you
a
don't need to protect
couple's-
his feelings either.
Yeah,
He's being a fucking gross weirdo.
he is being a gross weirdo.
Like, if they had a joking relationship where, like, this was, like, a mutually funny thing, I can see it and I can get behind that.
Yeah,
Fine.
if the gift was more of a prank.
A gag.
A gag?
Yeah.
Like, he doesn't actually expect you to wear it or use it, and he thinks you're going to throw it out after, and he
Yes.
bought, like, cheap lingerie.
That's different.
And it's part of a gag?
Yeah.
Okay.
But if she's, like, visibly uncomfortable and they obviously don't have that type of relationship from what I'm getting from this post, like, you're out of line, buddy.
I can't imagine any relationship where the friend's older brother would buy someone lingerie unless they're
And the
sleeping
friend
together.
being okay with it.
Yeah, wouldn't you think that's weird? I'd be like, bro, what the fuck are you doing?
Like, I don't know why the friend is just like, oh, why'd you throw out my brother's lingerie that he gave you?
Why don't you have it?
This is all around weird.
Very weird.
I don't like it.
Very awkward.
I feel bad for this girl.
It's so awkward to me. I'm just picturing, like, sitting around with a group of friends.
Oh my God.
Opening up the present, thread skimpy lingerie coming out, being like, "Oh, thank you."
No. You're a
Fucking
weirdo.
weird, man.
No.
Fucking weird. Imagine I bought orange fucking lingerie for Christmas.
Oh my God.
Fucking weird. That would be super weird.
Oh my God.
Fucking weird.
No.
Imagine Leo bought you lingerie.
No.
That'd be fucking weird.
It'd be so fucking weird. Like,
Very weird.
that's... No.
Top comment. Not the asshole. Giving you lingerie was creepy. Asking if you had worn it was even creepier. Yelling at you for throwing it away was creepy and manipulative. Yelling at you until you cried was abusive. He was not, quote, only trying to be nice by buying you the lingerie. He was being inappropriate and he knew it. You do not need to accept or excuse other people's inappropriate behavior to save their feelings. You do not need to quiet your own discomfort to make someone else comfortable.
Yes.
You need to tell your friend that her brother is no longer welcome in the apartment. If she will not get on board with it, get a lock for your door and start looking for a new place to live.
Exactly my thoughts put into that comment.
Lingerie is like a personal gift.
Yeah, it is. And yeah, honestly, yeah, I would be looking for a new roommate, unfortunately, because...
I feel like lingerie should only be given to a girl by a guy under like two circumstances. A, you're the guy having sex with the girl.
Yeah.
B, you're the gay best friend.
Yeah. Or like a gag gift.
Or a gag gift.
Yeah, which is like gay best friend type of thing.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Yeah.
Because like if you're like a girl best friend giving it to another girl, okay, appropriate. Even a mother to a daughter, okay, slightly awkward, but kind of appropriate depending on your relationship.
Yeah.
But any other time like that, you either buy it yourself or it comes from your lover.
Yes. I will say, I did buy somebody, I'm not going to name names, a butt plug for their... I think it was like for their 19th or 20th birthday.
That sounds like a gag.
I don't know if it was a gag, but...
What?
Kind of, I guess, but...
When was this? I feel like I would have been around, no?
Yeah, I think you were. I don't know if you knew about it, but... Yeah. All right. Is that all, or?
Yeah. That's all I got. Let's move along from that. Just give me a good chuckle.
All right. This one comes from relationship advice. Girlfriend, 28 female, changed her phone password, and now I, 29 male, can't access it anymore. What do I do?
Leave.
Leave.
Yeah.
Okay. I've been in a relationship with my girlfriend for a few years now. We've been living together for about a year. We've had our ups and downs. There's an issue that's really been bothering me lately. My girlfriend recently changed the password on her phone, and now I can't access it anymore. Previously, I knew her password and could use her phone when needed. I never felt controlling because she never made a fuss about it until now. My girlfriend is somewhat active on social media. She has lots of friends on Snapchat and has a lot of followers on Instagram. She is always posting photos and chatting to her friends. She has a lot of male followers, and I'm worried about the kinds of men she is getting attention from. That's one of the reasons I want to monitor her, to make sure she is staying safe and not getting harassed or bothered by any of these guys. Yesterday, I used her phone to check up on her, and that's when I found out she changed her password. I asked her about it, and she said she wanted to have a bit more privacy. I don't understand. I let her use my phone. By herself, she has lots of privacy. I explained to her that it made me feel more secure, knowing I could access her phone, and that it was important for me to have that level of trust and openness in our relationship. She said she understands, but still wants her privacy. I'm struggling with this because I don't understand why she felt the need to change it all of a sudden. It feels like a step backward in our relationship, and I'm finding it hard to shake the feeling that she's keeping something from me. How should I handle this situation? Please don't come at me. Only comment if you have a genuine advice.
I mean, I don't know. I'm not on... They're both doing sketchy shit. I mean, he needs to check up on her, but also at the same...
He needs to monitor her, that's what she said.
Yeah, that's sketchy. But also at the same time, like, bro, if you change your password on your phone tomorrow and you're like, you don't have access to it anymore, I'd be like, red flag.
Yeah.
What the fuck is happening to our relationship?
Me too. But I think his intentions are different.
Yeah.
his intentions are a red flag.
I don't monitor you. I don't
No.
check your shit. I'm
No.
not wasting my time going through your messages.
We do it for convenience.
Yeah, whichever phone needs to use Google or something.
Exactly. We've said this many times
or
before.
Maps or anything like that. I have never once gone through like any of your stuff. Your Snapchat history, your TikTok, Instagram, messages. I've never once gone through any of that stuff to look at old messages. I know you can't say the same, but I've never done that stuff.
What do you mean?
I've woken up to 3 a.m. to you snooping through my phone, going through my history.
Don't even lie. I'm going to get hate comments now.
I just roll back over.
I'm going to get hate comments now. Don't fucking say that.
No, but like...
Please clear the air and say that's not true.
I can neither confirm nor deny since I was sleeping. I was sleeping, so I can neither confirm nor deny.
I could say the same thing.
You're right.
For the record, I've never done that.
Yeah, so it's just like, it's very weird that I need this to feel secure in our relationship. Or it's like, all right, well, okay, I could, like, you're not wrong that it's a red flag. You're on that aspect, you're not wrong. And she is wrong for changing the password and not really explaining or anything. And he is right that you are taking a step backwards in your relationship.
Yeah.
But is it warranted because you are inspecting and managing, you know? It sounds like a breakup's coming. It should be coming. Like, if I was a girl, I wouldn't want to be dealing with that. Like, if I was constantly going through your phone and it's like, no, what are you doing? And you find me, like, going through a 2-year-old or, like, diving through all your messages and stuff like that, it's like, it gets annoying. Yeah, no, I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, no, I agree. I do think, like, it is a little bit weird that she changed it, but she's probably fed up because of what he's doing with her phone. Like, he's going through her Instagram and stuff, like, to monitor and make sure that these guys aren't giving her attention. Like, she can do that herself. If she has a male following, like, and they're giving her attention, I'm sure she can either not reply or stick up for herself. Or if she is replying and it is a little bit flirty, like, that's reason enough to leave.
Sounds like your relationship's going backwards, bro. It doesn't sound like it's the right relationship for you. So, yeah, I feel like the relationship is taking a step backwards.
Yeah.
Because if you were to change your password on me right now, it's a big red flag.
Definitely. I mean, we're getting married next year, so that's totally different.
You know what I was thinking?
What?
I was thinking one of us should actually change our passcodes on our phones so that both of our phones share the same passcode.
You did say that literally the other day.
Yeah. So you should change your phone password so that it matches mine so that it's easier for me.
No thanks. Nice.
Our
nice
passwords
try.
are actually pretty close together, though. I think they share 3 digits that are the same.
Okay, we don't want the hackers to listen.
Oh, come on. I'm not saying a number. But, like, they start and end.
But if they find out one, they can get into the other.
They start and end with the same. So sometimes I'm on your phone and I'm typing. And then I'm like, why isn't it working? And I'm like, oh, yeah, I got to do the other combo.
Okay. Too much information. Moving on. Okay, top comment. Quote unquote, I wanted to monitor her. I used her phone to check up on her. I let her use her phone by herself. Bro, you are not a father to a preteen. You're supposed to be a partner. Only controlling, paranoid, abusive partners behave and speak this way. I've been married for a long time and have an open phone policy with my husband because we trust each other not to abuse boundaries. That's how you gain trust. You strong-arming her of a reasonable expectation of privacy is a surefire path to singledom.
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 Well said. That's exactly what we were saying.
Yeah.
The relationship is definitely going backwards, for sure. I think he's the reason for it, though.
100% he is.
Yeah.
Yeah. And this one has no upvotes. So.
It's hard to realize you're the psycho when you're on the inside of the glass dome.
That was deep.
It's hard to realize you're the snowman when you're inside the snow globe.
Oh, okay. Wow.
All right. Back to me. Mm-hmm. Mine is also coming from relationship advice. My fiancé decided he wants to be celibate for the rest of his life 2 weeks before our wedding.
Oh, he's cheating.
Should I postpone my wedding, seek common ground, or be celibate with him? My fiance, 24 male, and I, 24 female, decided that we are finally ready to get married after almost 7 years of dating, 6 years living together. Recently, we have been very sexually active, like almost daily within the past month. It has been a really great chance to explore each other and try new things. It has been really exciting for the both of us. Our sex is always very intimate and never just a quickie. We spend time pleasing each other and it has never felt like a chore. He has been on a spiritual journey of some kind and started talking to me about sperm retention and the benefits for about a month. At first, I wasn't necessarily comfortable with the idea of having sex with him where he would just stop before orgasm. We tried it once and I didn't feel as guilty as I thought I would. I'd be cool with riding this out for as long as he felt it was necessary. Well, today, he told me that he never wanted to have sex again because it would make him stronger spiritually and more enlightened. Well, I was shocked, and I have honestly been crying all day. He wasn't just saying until our wedding. He really, at this moment, never sees himself being sexually intimate with me or anyone else again. I took this really hard. This conversation then turned into one where he explained, quote, well, we can have sex, but neither one of us can orgasm. I don't want to be sexually involved with anyone else. I don't want to leave him. I don't want to suggest opening the relationship, but I do want to feel wanted in an intimate way like sex. I have absolutely no idea what to do, and I feel incredibly unfit. And it feels incredibly unfair that he wants to make such a huge, life-altering decision 2.5 weeks before our wedding.
That is crazy.
I've been thinking about this, and I think I want to be more spiritual.
Oh, fuck off. You're hilarious. I don't even know, like, where you go from here. You're getting married in a couple weeks.
I've never heard of anything like this.
Me either.
I'm shocked. What do you even do?
Oh, my God. Sorry, what did he say? Sperm
Reduction.
Sperm retention?
Retention. Keeping it inside the body. I can't imagine trying to get it on and I'm not allowed to finish. Like, no, I don't even want to start this. Why the fuck are we even going to go through the run if I can't cross the finish line?
Mom, if you're listening, skip. No, but that's so weird. And that's also such a, like, that's such a big thing to, like, bring up, like, on your fiance a couple weeks before getting married.
Yeah, this is not changing your diet, bro. You're not being a vegan.
Exactly. Like, this is a huge thing that's going to affect your relationship. Like,
yeah.
Come on. I don't know. I think you might have to leave him, unfortunately.
Bro, that sounds brutal. Is he not attracted to you anymore?
Like, yeah, what is it? Is he cheating? Is it actually like a spiritual thing?
This is like such a big thing where it's like, okay, I'm not even concerned with the fact that you don't want to have sex with me anymore. That's actually not even the biggest problem here.
What?
The biggest problem is somehow your brain has got so fucked up on this spiritually enlightening shit. You've been so twisted and turned around. And at the end result of all of that twisting, it has ended with, okay, you don't want to have sex anymore. But something on a fundamental level has changed with this dude.
Yeah, like it could be something
concerning.
Else. It might be something else in the future, like...
Hugely concerning.
Yeah.
This person has twisted their identity.
Yeah.
Altered their identity. He's a new person, altered their identity, and now he no longer likes sex. But that's not the only thing. He's twisted that much, and that's a effect, outcome, side effect. Repercussion? No. Outcome, I think I'm looking for. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's huge.
Yeah. If only this reason, I would still break up. But I just feel like there would be more to come. Like more, I don't know. Like
they're at their point of the relationship like we're at right now. 7 years.
Like I can't imagine if you did this to me.
I can't imagine if you did this to me either.
Would you, like, did they want kids? Maybe.
Apparently not.
Like, I don't know. Like, who knows?
Comment, any plan for kids? So kids are the question then?
yeah, like, I can't imagine, like, you just coming out one day and randomly, like, can you imagine 2 weeks before our wedding, you were like, babe, I never want to have sex with you ever again?
No. I'm blown away. I'm shell-shocked over here.
I don't know what I would do.
What is even happening?
I don't know what I would do.
I feel like that's a really awkward conversation to have.
Definitely. But it's like, I don't know. Is he super easily influenced? Like,
That's another thing.
I don't know. You know this person. Obviously, you're marrying him. Is this new? Is this like how he normally does? Does he like to flip-flop?
Does he get easily addicted to things?
Yeah.
And then move on?
Yeah, like,
I mean...
is this maybe just a phase?
Yeah.
I don't know. But even if, like, is that someone that you want to marry? Like...
Well, I mean, I go through phases.
Yes, that's different, though. This is like...
I get addicted to things.
Yes, you do. But this
I haven't
is
played Call of Duty in like 6 weeks.
Yes, it's been nice.
I haven't played Call of Duty in Warzone in like 6 weeks.
It's been nice.
I've been playing Yu-Gi-Oh! And Solitaire. And a couple months ago, I was bringing out my Mega Man collection and my Pokemon games. And I stopped playing my Pokemon games. I go through like little mini addictions.
Yeah, okay, this is not the same as a freaking video game addiction.
Correct.
This is like...
This is major.
Yeah. Yeah.
Giving up sex takes a lot of willpower. This man's a true-born psychopath underneath the curtain.
Are there any updates?
No updates.
Oh.
Top comment says, I'm confused. You don't have any sperm, so why is he against you having an orgasm? Don't waste your life with this guy. Cancel the wedding and move on.
I would say so, but obviously it's easier said than done. Like, nothing bad has happened to your relationship to just move on like that. He didn't cheat. You didn't get in a big argument where you, like, want to break up. It's just, like, he's a different person now. Like, that's hard to move on from. You know what I mean? Like, it's so easy to say, like, yes, let's break up because of this thing. But, like...
I can't get behind any religion or spiritual anything that is talking about sperm retention. Because whether or not we know why we're on this planet, at the bare minimum, our main nature function is for us to reproduce. That's literally the only thing that we are actually designed to do and that we are aware of. Mm-hmm. So I can't get on board with any spiritual enlightening or religion that's talking about not using your sperm.
Yeah.
That just doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah. It's odd.
Even though we don't know why we're here. Why the aliens put us on this planet. Why our parent aliens exiled us over here. I don't know.
I don't know either. Nobody knows.
I also don't know why anybody believes that the earth is round. The earth is obviously flat, so let's just move on to the next conversation.
Come on. Are you trying to get us canceled, bro?
I know. I want to find somebody who agrees with that statement, and then I can argue with them in the comments. I want to find
a flat earther,
100% true flat earther, and I will be willing to do a bonus side episode, just a conversation with them podcast episode of trying to let them convince me of why the earth is flat. I want to see if I can be convinced because I've got some good counterpoints. So if you are
I mean, you have science and facts on your side.
I like to think so. But if you are a true flat earther, hit me up. Let's have a one-on-one conversation. I will let you try to convince me.
All right. Challenge accepted. Hopefully.
We'll put that onto our Patreon episode.
Okay, sounds good.
All right, let's move on though.
Okay. Today I fucked up. This was posted 9 years ago, I will say.
Ooh, gonna be a big one.
It's not that long.
9 years ago. Was I gonna talk about today? I fucked up by buying the iPhone 1.
Haha. Such a dad joke. That was such a shitty joke.
So rude. All of my jokes are apparently dad jokes because apparently all my jokes suck.
That was a shitty one, though. Sorry, honey. Okay. Today I fucked up. Seriously. The most earth-shattering, awkward moment of my life. I walk into Starbucks and take my place at the end of a rather long line. I notice in front of me a group of about 10 adult men who have Down syndrome, who are on a field trip, are being chaperoned by older women. The woman turns around and says, "We are going to be a while. Why don't you go in front of our group?" She then loudly announces to the entire group that I will be skipping ahead in the line and that it's okay. I thank her and begin to walk up the side of the line, looking at each man in line as I pass to ascertain whether he has Down syndrome, and continue forward to find where their group ends and my new place in line is. I lock eyes with the frontmost man, who has Down syndrome, and I slide into line in front of him. A few moments later, I get a tap on the shoulder, and the man I had moments ago locked eyes with begins to explain in a broken, defeated voice that he's not with the group. I respond, "Oh, I'm sorry, I thought you were... ... And my voice trails off as I realize that I had mistaken this rather unattractive man as having Down syndrome, and pretty much everyone in Starbucks saw it go down. He stood there uncomfortably shifting on his feet for a moment and then beelined it for the door. Didn't even get his coffee. So awkward. I can't even imagine the damage I did to his self-esteem."
Oh my god, this poor guy. That is so awkward. And like, bro, if you were willing to just give up your spot in line and beeline it for the door, you've got to be so embarrassed. Like this poor guy. Oh, probably already having self-esteem problems. You just fucking crushed him.
That's so tough.
Like,
sorry for laughing.
No, because like also, like, can you think about how much courage he had to have to tap him on the shoulder a few moments later? I would have just been silent. You're so right. Like, he would have cut ahead of him, and it would have been like a moment or two, and then he's like, should I say something? Should I not say something? He buttoned in line. Should I just stay cool? Should I just let it go? No, I should stand up for myself. He's gonna be there. No,
I would have left it, let her think that I was also Down syndrome.
Yeah, holy fuck. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Man. That kind of leads me into like a this is awkward situation, like real life. Like when you're waiting for the elevator and there's a line of like 10 people and you see someone just come to the front of the line, butt in front of you.
The worst.
Do you call them out or not?
That one person did. Do you remember?
And how awkward were we feeling? We were like,
I didn't feel awkward. I was like, thank you. So we live in a condo.
I feel awkward.
We live in a condo and we obviously have to use the elevator a lot.
There's 4.
There's 4 elevators.
But only 2 ever work.
Yeah, no, literally.
Or 3. There's always at least 1 down.
And we frequently get people, like, when there's a line for the elevator, people just go walk up to the front, and then they just get on first. It's like it's like your first day on Earth, and you've never experienced a line before. So one time this guy, this lady butted everybody, including us, and someone at the front said, "Excuse me, there's a line." She completely ignored him and just went in the elevator.
Yep.
And we were like, "Thank you. Like, we appreciate that." But like,
fucking awkward.
So weird. Like, come on.
Yeah. And I'm like, it happens. And I don't know what to do because I feel like Teresa does not want me to say anything, but I want to say something.
I'm like torn because sometimes I want to be confrontational and sometimes I'm like, I don't want to be confrontational at all.
Most times you don't want to be confrontational.
Most times I don't. But
like, you hate it if I'm confrontational in public with the both of us. You're like, why did you do that? Why did you have to do that?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
Sometimes I feel brave and I'm like...
Sometimes you do feel brave. I feel like I've been helping you feel more brave.
Yeah,
since our relationship.
Yeah. So
then sometimes, like, you'll say to a random stranger, like, I like your t-shirt. And then they won't fucking respond.
Get ignored.
So I feel like you become more brave. I've been rubbing off on you.
Yeah. Remember that one time at that BMW event?
Yeah.
When that guy was like being really rude to you and I said something to him?
Yeah.
I was like, go me.
Go you.
Go me.
Yeah, that guy was being rude. I was like, what was happening?
I
was walking around. I was telling people like where they could park because I'm like organizing this event at Parkview BMW. Yeah. And I'm like, hey man, like you can slide up there if you want. And then the guy comes over after I leave the driver and I see a guy walk up to him and I kind of hear like, just barely hear him like, oh, you don't have to listen to that guy.
Yeah. And he literally worked there.
And then he walked back away and I went back up to the guy. I was like, hey, what did that guy say to you? He's like, yeah, he said I don't need to listen to you and like you don't work, you don't like you have no authority or something. I'm like, but the guy in the car knew who I was because of my social media presence and he knew Denver BMW and he knew why I was there and he was following me. The other guy had no idea. And I was like, oh, okay, that's fucking weird.
Yeah.
And then I confronted him about it.
Yeah.
And then we saw him later inside, and then you said something else to him. After
Yeah,
it
I
was
was
all
being
said and done,
petty.
you're being petty.
I don't remember what I said, but I was being petty.
I forget too.
Because I was like, fuck this guy.
Yeah, I'm like, bro,
I'm stick up for my
I
man.
fucking work here. I'm like, do I need to call security for you, bro?
Yeah.
Come on.
Be escorted out.
Don't you know who I am? It's great.
Yep.
All right. Moving on.
Yeah.
All right. This one is another one coming from Relationship Advice. It was posted 2 months ago. My girlfriend is very angry after finding out I masturbate while we are on a sexual break. What is the best way to resolve this?
Jeez, another one.
Backstory. Me, 26 male, and my girlfriend, 24 female, have been dating for 2 years now and recently started to live together. Around 2 months ago, my girlfriend decided she wanted to have a break from any type of intimacy while she is dealing with a childhood trauma, which I was completely supportive of and told her to take as much time as she needs. Around a month after that, as the sexual break is going on, I started masturbating in the bathroom to relieve myself of stress/tension after rough work days. It would happen about once or twice a week max. Everything was going okay until a couple of days ago when I guess my girlfriend was eavesdropping on me while I was in the bathroom. As I left the bathroom, she immediately asked me what I was doing. I admitted straight away, as I didn't think it was an issue, that I was masturbating to take out some stress. She went completely berserk, saying things like how could I go behind her back like this, and how I was a terrible boyfriend for not supporting her by going on a complete sexual break like her. I told her I do support you for as long as she needs, but that doesn't mean I have to abstain myself as well. We kept arguing about this for a little more, then she had enough and stormed off and out of our apartment to her sister's house. It's been 3 days now, and she is still staying at her sister's house. She's refusing to come back until I apologize to her for masturbating, stop doing it completely, and go to sexual therapy because she believes I have an addiction problem. I have told her I am sorry for getting her upset at a time that is clearly very tough for her, and that I will try other methods of relieving stress that makes her feel better, but that I may still masturbate from time to time. But I will let her know that if I do. She is still unhappy with that response and now really believes I have a big addiction issue. What is the best way to resolve this situation? Is the only way to completely abstain myself and admit that I have an issue that I really don't have?
I don't know.
Are you comfortable if I masturbate by myself?
Yeah. I don't think there's an issue with it. Like, me personally, I don't think there's an issue with it. And especially when you're not having sex. Like...
Yeah, I mean, I can think that I can see where there can be an issue with it.
I could see why, like, yeah. Like, why someone might be uncomfortable, and everyone has their own preference.
Like, my issue with it would be if you are choosing that over intimacy.
Yes.
And it's like every time I try to, make something happen, you're never in the mood, you're cold to me, throwing the shoulder.
Yes,
I come home from work early and I find out what you're doing. It's like, oh, well, you're like making this choice of like doing it by yourself versus being together. Like you're choosing the or option.
Yeah.
You're making a choice. I'd be hurt by that.
Yeah.
This choice, she's like, I don't want to have sex with you. And the dude was like, okay.
Yeah.
Like, you're lucky you found a dude who's so cool like that. Like, a lot of guys are assholes.
Yeah.
A lot of guys are pieces of shit and they're assholes. And they'd be like, no, you have to put out. We have to have sex, whatever. And he was just doing his thing and being supportive. And I think he deserves something better. I think she's crazy.
I don't know if she's crazy. I think she's going through something that we don't know what she went through. But I don't think it's, like, fair to put those restrictions on him.
Yeah.
Because, I don't know. I think it is just natural. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I agree. It's weird.
What do the comments say?
Top comment. Do you believe that someone who is on a diet has the right to dictate that their partner has the same, although they are healthy weight? Icing on the cake, they verbally abuse you. If they catch you with some cookies in the jar, no? Why is your situation different?
Exactly. Yeah. Just because, like, you might want to do something for yourself and abstain from something or restrict yourself from something like a diet, like that comment said, it doesn't mean you can put those expectations and requirements on your partner.
Yeah, exactly.
And he does seem like he's really handling it, like, maturely.
Yeah, you're already lucky.
Yeah. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think she sees that. And I do agree. I think, oh, meow. I do think he deserves better.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with that. I think he does deserve better.
Yeah.
Psycho.
Okay. So this one comes from our very own subreddit, ThreadTalk Podcast.
ThreadTalk Podcast!
Woo-hoo.
Make sure you guys go hit us up on our subreddit. Join us. We are up to like 150 members or something like that.
125.
Well, by the time this episode goes live, it'll hopefully be 150. So check it out and see what the number's at. Thank you guys so much for all of your support. We've got a lot of 5-star ratings on Spotify lately, so we appreciate you guys throwing those out there for us, throwing down the support. Coming over to YouTube if you're on Spotify and clicking that subscribe button, smashing the like button helps us out the most. Dropping a comment on Spotify helps us. Sharing it with your friends and family helps us. Everything you guys do to help us out, we very much appreciate it. And if you don't already know, memberships on YouTube members for 99 cents a month, you get early access to all of the latest episodes. So if you guys want to get them sometimes a full week ahead, like around the time of filming this, I got the like episode 30 was up 7 days early. So good value there. And you guys can know that you guys are supporting us as well. So I just want to give a quick shout out to all you guys supporting us. Thank you guys so much. And we love you.
And no ads. No ads on YouTube Premium.
Well, when you watch it early, there's no ads.
Yes, that's the thing. So before it's published, there's no ads. So
and I'm sorry if you do.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, and I'm sorry if you do hate our YouTube ads, but you know we got to try and make a little bit of something. It's very minimal. So yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Am I the asshole for not allowing my mom to invite anyone she wants to my wedding? So, my fiancé, female 27, and I, male 26, are getting married in November. We have been planning our wedding for nearly a year now. Throughout the planning process, my mother has been absent at best when it came to helping, always claiming to want to, but would book events for her business on the dates we would agree to meet, or work on planning, or trying on suits for me. We got her to meet for dress shopping for the mothers, but that became a disaster since when we got there, my mom refused to try on any dresses, which was very difficult throughout the day. My mom has been firmly saying that her responsibility is the rehearsal dinner. She states that putting this event on is the groom's family's job. Nevertheless, my future mother-in-law has been very involved in the wedding planning. She has supported me throughout the last couple months, being a fill-in for my mom regarding things like suit shopping and general groom's activities. So, regarding the issue and point of this post, 2 weeks ago, my mom informed me that my brother was bringing a +1 that I didn't know about and wasn't planning for this person to attend. We weren't planning on giving everyone a +1 because we planned to keep the wedding guests to family, close friends, and their serious partners. When I told my mom this, she responded with, "Etiquette states that everyone should get a plus of their choice." We contacted my brother and discovered the person he was bringing was considered a serious partner, but I was unaware of their connection. So we didn't have an issue with this additional person being added once that information was collected. While sorting this out, my mother asked who of her friends were invited. I reviewed the guest list and didn't notice anyone I'd consider a friend of hers. I informed her of this matter and she became upset. I reminded her that she was told she could invite people she wanted to be at the wedding and had even asked her for addresses for our save the dates that went out earlier this year. We did ask that she limit herself to 2 people, seeing as this is the number of people we offered to my father and my fiance's parents. She remained upset and said she wasn't in a suitable headspace for the conversation then. We respected that and asked her to provide us with the intended invitees by the end of the current month. Several days later, my mom brought up via text who would be the guest for the rehearsal dinner. During this conversation, she informed us that she intended to have my aunt, coming from out of town, attend the rehearsal despite not being a part of the wedding party or having anything to do with the wedding. We responded to this that we would not like there to be anyone who was not immediate family or those who are in the wedding party to be at the rehearsal and rehearsal dinner at that time. We were trying to limit the rehearsal and rehearsal dinner to a small group as to not have the night before the wedding be stressful. A large portion of the wedding guests were coming from out of state. My mother then stated that etiquette for these parties states that you invite everyone who is traveling to the rehearsal dinner to ensure everyone gets a good meal. My fiancé and I doubled down on how we would like it to be a more private event. My fiancé, who was becoming frustrated, responded that she did not want to talk about this anymore. My mother asked, "Why does everything have to be a fight with you?" I had to spend the night consoling my crying fiancé because my mother decided to attack her verbally. I called my mom and attempted to confront her about all this. She became upset and said we weren't allowing her to bring who she wanted. I reminded that she was, but she was limited to 2 friends. She said she could never pick 2 people, and doing so would upset anyone she didn't like. But she still refused to give the names of people she had in mind. We are starting to believe that she invited people without informing us and is now embarrassed. The next day, my mother added me, my father, my future mother-in-law, and my fiancé into a group chat and began demanding the addresses of everyone from out of town because she was going to send out invitations to the rehearsal dinner to all of them. Since it is her financial burden, then she will handle it. Due to the prior night's events, I responded to this group by saying that she needed to speak to me directly, and that since it is the groom's family's responsibility to throw this event, then I should be the one who is a point of contact for the couple. My mother ignored this message and continued sending messages in the group chat about needing more information quickly so they could book the venue for the dinner. My fiancé and I discussed and agreed that if she wants to put out the bill for 100+ people to go for dinner, then so be it. Still, we all decided that we would be handling the mailing of the invitations since we were concerned that many of the out-of-state family members did not know who my mother was and would not recognize her name and the letter they received in the mail from her. So we offered to add her invitations in with the RSVPs for the wedding. We went on the website designing our RSVPs and made a sample of what she could order for her invites for the rehearsal dinner. We sent these samples to her in the chat so she could see them and give us feedback on what she would like to be changed. She was having quite difficulty and requested that the font and sizes be different. When we informed her that the website that we used didn't allow for that, she became upset. At this point, my future mother-in-law accidentally sent a message in the group chat that was intended to go directly to my fiancé, saying just let her order the ones that she wants so she can send them to her friends as she sees fit. My future mother-in-law did apologize for the message, since it was kind of petty, but she was just trying to keep her daughter calm. When my mother saw this message in the group chat, she became irate, declared that she was done and was canceling the rehearsal dinner and refused to be involved in this wedding anymore on planning and setting up, but said that she would be there on the day of the wedding in support of her son. My mother then made a nasty comment towards my mother-in-law, stating that no wonder her daughter-in-law doesn't speak to her anymore because of how unbearable she and my fiancé are. So Reddit, am I the asshole for not letting my mom invite as many people as she wants on my wedding? Her only monetary contribution has been around $2,000, whereas my fiancé's parents have contributed quite a bit more and understand they can't invite anyone who they want, and the rest of the costs are being covered by me and my fiancé.
No.
No. Not at all.
Your wedding, your choice.
Your wedding, your fucking choice.
Yeah, no, I mean, I don't think so. Like, I'm just trying to think of our wedding. And, like, if your mom was like, oh, I want to invite all of these people, I'd be like, okay.
No.
We got to limit this. You're allowed to somebody. But it's a little hard in our situation because there's only so many bedrooms in this Italian villa that we're going for. But if we were having a normal wedding, I'd be like, okay. But, like, what's the number? Like, if we're trying to keep it, like, really small and, like, 2 is reasonable.
Okay, but this is for the rehearsal dinner.
Yeah, that's really weird.
She wants to invite everyone out of state to the rehearsal dinner.
But they gave that to her. They said, listen, if you're paying the bill, sure, invite whoever you want to the rehearsal dinner.
Yeah, they ended up, like, letting in.
They ended up relenting.
And
giving her that.
Yes.
And then just an ill-placed text by the opposite side and ruined everything.
But it doesn't even seem like it was a terrible text. Like,
It
just
kind of seemed like it was more on her. I don't think he said the full thing, because what he said was like, it's more like agreeing with her. I think she'd be like, yeah.
just agree with her so she can get whatever she wants, is basically what they said.
Yeah, then okay, I'd be offended by that.
I don't know. It's not the worst thing you could say.
No, but sounds like mom is fragile.
But why? Why is she fragile? It's not your wedding.
Societal expectations, babe.
Oh, I don't like it.
She thinks that more people should be at the wedding. Everybody you know should be at the wedding.
But it's the rehearsal dinner.
Well, she's talking about the wedding as well.
Oh, yeah. She is talking about the wedding as well. She's only paying $2,000, which is very generous, and she doesn't have to pay anything. But I feel like her argument is that because I'm paying, I can invite who I want.
Well, she was paying for the rehearsal dinner. And they said, hey, if you're footing the bill, invite whoever you want.
Okay, but not for the wedding.
Yeah. Well, she didn't seem like that was the biggest issue, of that she couldn't invite everyone, her friends, to the wedding. That didn't seem like it was the biggest issue. I don't know.
It just seems like there are a lot of issues with this. Like, she was putting up a hissy fight with trying on dresses and stuff, wasn't attending her son's suit shopping.
It sounds like a wreck.
Yeah.
Wrecking ball.
Damn.
Is that my Miley Cyrus voice?
Yeah, it was perfect.
Should I be a singer?
Yes.
Let's go.
Yeah, you guys already know where I stand with this. Your wedding, your choice.
Teresa's unbiased opinions.
You don't have to do what other people want for your wedding.
I don't agree with that. At least serve more than water, please. I'm going to get a t-shirt made that says, please serve more than water at your wedding. That'll be the ThreadTalk inside joke. If you know, you know. If you don't know, go back to episode 10. All right, let's move on.
Was it 10 or 8? Entitled people.
It was 10. No, it was, yeah. It was because Louisa was there.
Yeah.
Louisa was there for that one, right?
10? Was it 10 or 8? I don't.
Might have been 8 for weddings. Was 8 weddings? I don't know. Somebody will know, and you should drop the comment down below. It would help us out. Thank you. All right, moving on.
Yes.
All right, this one's coming from Am I the Asshole? Am I the asshole for never asking my wealthy in-laws to invite my siblings or immediate family on our big vacations? My wife and I have been married for about 8 years now. I had a pretty generic middle-class upbringing, while her family would be considered, quote, old money. I have no idea how much wealth they actually have, but it's multi-generational, and needless to say, they never worry about money. They never give us cash outright, but for each of our kids' births, they set aside $100,000 in an interest-bearing account for their college, and they have been extremely generous with vacations they've taken us on. My wife and I both have pretty good jobs, and while we have the security of knowing we will never need it, they would help us. We are able to support our not very fancy lifestyles ourselves. This July, we're going on a trip with our kids and our family, including the nuclear families of her 2 siblings, and then a few family friends of theirs. Mother-in-law and father-in-law are paying for everything, including the flights, villa we're staying at, and various meals and activities. This will be the 5th vacation like this that they've taken us on, not including our honeymoon they paid for. I never imagined being this close to that kind of wealth before, but I have to say that they've been nothing but welcoming and generous with me, even offering me high-paying jobs I probably don't deserve, and offering to pay for my grad school if I chose to go. My sister recently asked me what my summer plans were and if I had any trips. I told her about this one, and she got noticeably annoyed/jealous. She asked me why I'd never asked about inviting her and her family, since other friends of the family get invited often to these big trips. Some have had 10 to 20 non-family members there that were hosted/paid for. To be honest, I never even thought about asking to include my relatives in that, but I feel like that would come off a little bit greedy, so I just don't. I told her that, and she thinks I'm being selfish. I think a lot of it is just jealousy, which I can understand because she's complained about never being to Europe, and it's splurging for her to go on just a regional vacation. I do feel like that is kind of totally unrelated to my situation, though. So, am I the asshole?
No. If she wants to ask herself.
Fuck no.
Like, no, if she wants to ask.
No.
I just mean, obviously, like.
I'm pretty sure, like, no offense, Madison or Kat, if I was married to somebody super rich, I would not be allowing you to ask my wife's parents if they can pay for a vacation to come on.
Okay, yeah. Because it would reflect bad on you.
Yeah.
Okay, I take that back. But, like, for you to expect him to ask, like, obviously it's going to look super greedy. Like, why did she not see that?
Yeah.
Like, you're going to look like you're taking advantage of their money.
Yeah.
Like, come on. Obviously, the extras that are not family members are friends of the people paying for it.
Exactly.
Duh.
So,
Like,
here's what you need to do. I'm rubbing my hands together. Here's what you need to do. You need to not ask to go on the trip. You need to ask to come over to the family barbecues.
Make friends
You need
with
to
them.
ask to come over to Easter,
Befriend
Thanksgiving.
them, yep.
But like, you know, anytime there's a family function going on for them, ask if you can invite your sister. There's a pool day or whatever. Ask if your sister and her kids can come hang out. Let your sister just get to know the family. And then maybe, if your family's not a piece of shit and she's actually kind of funny, they would want to invite her along. It would be their idea.
Yeah.
So if you hypothetically happen to be this person who your sibling married somebody who's Succession rich, billion rich, they got helicopters flying them around. When I say Succession, I mean the show.
I know.
When they're rich, like the Lannisters, and like figure out a way to get in on the family barbecue days. Tell your sibling that they should throw a barbecue at your house and invite their in-laws. And while you're there. And just get to fucking know them.
Yeah.
If they're always extending invitations out to their friends and family.
That's a good plan.
Become the friends.
Yes.
That's how you get in there.
That's a good plan.
Very awkward for you to ask like this.
100%. Like, that should not... You should definitely not be asking that.
No. Top comment. You are married to their daughter. You are family. Your sister is not their family. Not the asshole.
Yes.
OP replies. Totally. And that's my view. I think what bothers her is that sometimes they'll invite 10 to 20 other people that aren't related, and I've never tried to get any of them on that list, which to me would feel like being greedy to people who've been very generous with me when they don't have to be. Mm-hmm. That's 100%. Exactly it. Yeah. OP is just humble. OP is humble.
Yes.
And his sister is just very jealous.
Yeah. I mean, I would be too. Fuck.
I mean, I would be jealous too. That's why
I
I
would
be
never
like,
expect to be asked.
No, I'd never expect to be asked either. But I'd be like, hey, brother, hey, sister. You know what would be a great idea? You know what would be a great idea for next Saturday? You know, I've been craving a barbecue. Let's host a family barbecue. I think the family should get to know each other.
Yeah,
let's host a family barbecue together. Let's do that. You know who would be great? How I haven't met? I've never met your in-laws. You should invite your in-laws to the family barbecue. I'll bring the hamburger and the buns and the ketchup. Just invite your in-laws. You know, let's get everybody together for a family barbecue. Yeah,
that's a good plan.
That'd be my plan.
How nice it would be to marry rich.
I don't like when you say that.
We've talked about this a few times.
I'm sorry. I disappointed you. It's one aspect I couldn't fulfill for you. I'm sorry. But it's vice versa. I mean...
I know. I wish I was rich too.
Yeah, I wish you were rich too.
Yeah.
It'd be nice. I'm secretly praying and hoping over here that they just act humble, and then once the wedding's done, Teresa's like, I finally have access to my grandparents' trust fund now that I'm married.
Imagine.
Oh, it'd be nice.
Yep.
We are rich in supporters of our podcast. Okay. You are out of stories.
Yes.
I've got one left.
Okay.
So I'm just going to end this off with another one for me.
Wow, lots of stories this episode.
2 for me. Yeah, lots of stories. But before I get into this episode, you guys have to help me out.
Okay. You said before I get into this episode.
Before I get into this story, you guys listening and watching, you guys got to help us out. Teresa and I have started moving our bonus Friday episodes that we were doing. we have moved them over to Patreon. So we started Patreon, and we have committed now. We are doing bonus episodes every single Friday, once a week, 4 episodes a month for you guys. We are up to 4 episodes on Patreon now. So please, if you guys want to show your support, help us out, head over to there. Subscribe to our Patreon. You get all that extra value of the past libraries that's there and the future episodes that's coming to you live every Friday. So we just want to give a huge shout out. Thank you guys so much for everybody that's joined Patreon so far, everybody that's going to join after this episode. Thank you guys so much. You guys are literally helping us fulfill our dreams. I feel like we're so close to getting that RV life. So thank you guys so much for supporting us and helping us out with everything. And yeah, that's all I got to say. Join our Patreon. Thank you guys so much. On to the last story.
Thank you.
Am I the asshole for, quote, robbing my wife's affair partner, which has now led to his divorce?
Huh.
It's about to get some awkward up here. Time to put your pants on. I, 32, have been married to my soon-to-be ex-wife, 30, Madison, for 4 years. We are currently in counseling, but it is not going to work. About a year ago, I found out she was having an affair by coming home to their clothes in our living room and sounds coming from our bedroom. I lost it. I was getting my cricket bat out the front door when I stopped to think about the consequences. I didn't feel like going to jail.
Jeez.
Instead, I took all of their clothes and left quietly. I went to a friend's house, but not before throwing all their clothes in a McDonald's garbage can. I turned off my phone and got shit-faced with my buddy. His wife hosed us off in the morning. After I turned my phone back on, I had a dozen of calls and texts from Madison. First scared because she got my updated flight information. Then upset that I hadn't called her to let her know I was coming home early. Then freaked out that the house had been broken into. Then crazy because she figured out it was me. They just got more deranged as they went along. The guy she was with is 5 inches shorter than me and about 60 pounds lighter. So if he had taken my clothes, it would be obvious. He ended up calling his friend to get his spare keys from his house. Unfortunately for him, his wife smelled a rat and followed his friend back to my house, where she saw him leaving in oversized clothes. Long story short, she took a picture and she had the evidence of his infidelity, which caused their prenup to be canceled, which cost him a lot of money. It is all one giant shit show.
Oh.
It took a couple of months, but my wife convinced me to try and forgive her. We started going to counseling and we were working our way through it until recently. In the counseling session, she said that I was wrong to steal his wallet, phone, and car keys. She said that his divorce is costing him a lot of money and that I should have dealt with it in a more mature manner and that this was all my fault. I have never admitted to taking his stuff. To begin with, I was afraid he might call the cops. Then I didn't want to give her ammunition in case she wanted a divorce. Now, I just don't care. I told her that her cheating was the reason that her boyfriend is getting divorced and that I hope his ex takes everything from him. I am still not living at home. I have my own apartment and now I'm filing for divorce. Now that I know she feels it is kind of a slap in the face that she is blaming me for this divorce. So, am I the asshole?
No, not at all.
Karma!
Karma and some petty revenge in there.
Pro revenge.
I love it.
That was good.
Yeah.
That's kind of awkward though.
It is awkward, but
Like imagine like you're like having an affair with somebody, you're like banging them upstairs and like you're like, oh, I need some water after that. You come downstairs, you're like,
all your shit's gone.
where's my underwear? Where's my fucking pants? My cell phone, my car keys, all my fucking shit's gone? How am I supposed to get home to my wife?
You don't.
And you have to call your friend and be like, yo, Dave, man, I need you to do me a solid, bro. Mom, man, you know you owe me from last time. Do a solid for me, man. I know you got an early shift tomorrow morning, but can you drive to my house, get the spare keys for my car and for the house from my wife, and then bring them over to me
To this other woman's house.
to my side piece's house so that I can get home. Well, fuck, Jimmy. Why'd you put me in this situation? But you did help me out that one time, so I'll go do it. Hey, Jen, I just need to come and get Dave's keys. Yeah, he said they fell down the drain or something, and then his phone's not working. Well, how did he get a hold of you then? Oh, he had to call me from the payphone. Well, why didn't he call me to come give him his keys?
Yeah. Oh my God.
I don't know, Jen, but I should get going. You got the keys there, rip them out of her hands, you get in the car, and you're driving down. You're like, are those lights following me? I don't think, no, it's I'm pulling here. Jen's 2 cars back, falling down. I this fucking rat bastard, I'm going to get him. Bitch, I knew he was cheating. Look at those pants. They don't fit him. They're dragging down behind his ankles. That shirt is way too big. He's not even wearing his own clothes. Not only did he sleep with this chick, he stole her husband's clothes. I want a divorce.
Divorce and take all his money.
Yeah. Top comment. The fact that she tried to blame his divorce on you and not the fact that they had an affair says a lot about her.
Exactly.
Damn straight it does.
Yup. That was a good way to end off.
I'm feeling good now.
Yeah.
Got good vibes.
That was a lot of stories.
That was a lot of stories.
Did we do 15?
Pretty much.
14?
Well, you lost 2. Gained 1.
I gained 1.
And I had an extra 1. So I think I did 8.
Yeah.
We are ripping through those.
14.
You're welcome, guys. We didn't get sidetracked too much this episode. So for that reason alone, hit the smash button, give us that 5-star Spotify review. Because some people say that we get distracted a lot, and I don't like to think that we do. And this proves it. This episode proves it. We were good. We were on target. Professional this episode.
I wouldn't say we were professional.
I mean, our intro was pretty brutal.
Yes, it was. Some people have said that they like when we get sidetracked, though. So it's hard to tell what you guys want from us.
Yes. Any other life updates for them? Should tell them about that thing.
RV life might be postponed a little bit.
We're not quite sure. We might do RV life, or we might purchase a property and build a house. We're still figuring things out, running the budgets.
Yeah. I'm not able to work remotely in the RV life.
Not able to log in from different locations.
So that's a bummer. But if you guys all join our Patreon.
Yep. But we're even...
That would help.
Yeah, but we're also we're thinking about this now because we have a really good opportunity to buy a piece of land and build a house on it. We might do that before RV life. We're not 100% sure what our plans are right now.
Yeah. Everything's up in the air.
Yeah, we're looking at some options.
Yeah. Yeah, we just like to keep you guys updated with where we're at, even if things are not final or even if they're not even in the processing phase, if we're not anywhere close.
We're in the get more information phase.
Yes.
Run the numbers.
I'll just keep you guys updated with that. But
we're ready for a life change, though. We've been in this apartment in Toronto for 4 years now, and we go for the same walks every day along Lakeshore and the lake and stuff, and it's a great, beautiful walk. Once you've done it every day so many times, I'm ready for a change. I grew up with a lot of rapid change in my life, so I'm more used to this. Yeah, Teresa had constants, and I had variables all the time. Like I got kicked out when I was in grade 9, and then I moved back in grade 11, then I got kicked out again, and then I moved to college, and then I moved home, and then got kicked out again, and then I moved apartments every year, and then a new job, and I've always been moving around, and I'm coming up to the second longest time I've stayed in a place, which is 4 years. So I am ready. Actually, I don't even think I've stayed in a place for 4 years.
We just hit 4 years here in May.
Was that 4 or 3? Yeah, it's
4.
It's 4. Right. I think this is the longest apartment I've had since I was kicked out in grade 9.
Wait, maybe it's 3.
Was it
2021?
Was it 21?
Yeah.
So it's 3 years.
3.
So even 3 years, because I was at home in Sutton, and I got kicked out in grade 9. Then I did 2 years with my grandparents. Then I came back. I did about 1 year before I got kicked out again. And then I lived with Marcus for half a year. And then I went to college for a year. And then I moved back for a couple more months. And then I got kicked out when I was 19. Then I lived in that apartment for about 6 months. Then I did a 1-year lease in Newmarket. Then I did another 1.5-year lease in Newmarket. And then I did a 2.5-year lease in Newmarket. Then I moved down to the condo in Vaughan. And then I met you. And then I moved into the other apartment, condo in Vaughan. And I was there for about a year and a bit, a little over a year. And then I went to Barrie. Nope. Then I went downtown with Kat. And then I went to Barrie. And then came back downtown to Regent Park with us. And then we lived with Kat for 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
And now we're here.
Yep.
I'm literally on the longest apartment streak that I've had since I was 15 or something.
Wow.
For the last 10 years. No, that'd be 15 years.
Yeah, you're old now.
My life.
Jeez.
Ah.
Yeah. So, guys updated.
We'll let you know when anything actually happens. Like if we buy a truck or we buy an RV or we buy a piece of land. I don't know. But we were like, do we want to go more details on the land?
No.
Next episode. When we know a little bit more.
We'll see.
We'll tell you a little bit. We haven't even seen it in person. So we just found the address for the plot of land.
Yeah.
We'll get into more of that in the future. And more reason for you guys to subscribe and stick around and hit that follow button on Spotify. So thank you guys for everything you guys do. And yeah, join our Patreon. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.